Program Vijayate, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Total Victory, Hare Krishna. Today it is me, Isabela, on the class. I put lip balm on and now the top of my lip is shiny and it looks weird. So, yeah, that was an interesting phase. Yeah, today we are doing Bhagavad-gita chapter 6, verse 19. Turns out my parents did chapter 6, verse 18, and then I redid it, so I was like, oh, okay, so let's just move on to this. Yata dīpo nivāta-stho neṅgate sopamā smṛtā yogina yata-cittasya yuñjato yogam ātmanaḥ. Yata as dīpaḥ alam nivātasthaḥ in a place without wind does not. Iṅgate waver sa upamā compared to that smṛtā likened yogino of the yogī yata-cittasya, whose mind is controlled, yuñjataḥ constantly engaged in yogam meditation, ātmanaḥ, and transcendence. Translation: as a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist, whose mind is controlled, remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendental self. Purport: a truly Kṛṣṇa conscious person, always absorbed in transcendence, is constantly undisturbed. Meditation on his worshipable Lord is as steady as a lamp in a windless place. Alright, let's check the differences. So, self, the capital became a lowercase. Let's see why. Oh, okay. No reasons, except for this change in Sanskrit, which I can't explain because I know nothing about Sanskrit. But, self, capital self, lowercase. The cat's beside me again. Cat's joining on the class these days. Well, they changed it from a capital, but I know some of the words in here are meant to stay capital for like importance. Like if it's Bhagavan is always meant to be a capital. But don't know why they did that. And transcendence has been taken from a uppercase to a lowercase as well. So I'm not sure about those because, grammatically it's not meant to be a capital, but when it's like important, it can be a capital, for example, like names and stuff. So interesting. Yeah. Cool. Don't know what this is, but it's been taken away. This should be the original manuscript, actually. Oh, yeah, this is number 18, and then there's no translation for number 19. It's really weird, but yeah, cool. That change is done. Let's check out meanings and... Hello, cat. What are you looking at? Yes? What is it? You might be able to hear it purring, but let's check it out. Well, the meaning is when the transcendentalist's mind is fully fixed on Kṛṣṇa and fully fixed in meditation and is controlled, will remain steady in meditation because the mind is controlled on and will remain steady in the meditation on the transcendental self. And the contemporary application will be let me think of a contemporary application. So let's say when you're like studying, when there's a moth. Please don't go into my closet, Mr. Moth, and eat my clothes. Just kind of flying around. Oh, there it is. Okay, so basically, when you're studying and you have no distractions, none whatsoever, you're like way more likely to focus on like your study, the stuff that you're actually meant to be doing. Whereas if you have like distractions everywhere, like a pet coming and trying to like get you to give it food, even though it has food in its bowl, and it's like, no, I don't want that food. It's like, bro. Or like you have your phone beside you and you're getting notifications. Unless you're like extremely disciplined, it's way easier to lose focus. But that's my contemporary application because, yeah, cool. Hope you got that. Let's move on to the Te Reo Māori. Me te rama I te wahi kore hau kaore I waka whitiwhiti ka wakapaukaha ana te tangata yoga te whae tikanga I tāna hinanaro ka noho tonu ia I tāna wakaaro I te wairua waka tupuranga. Me te rama I te wāhi korehau, as a lamp in a windless place. Kaore e waka whitiwhiti, does not waver. Ka waka paukaha ana I te tangata yoga. Yoga isn't a word. So the transcendentalist. Ka whai tikanga I tāna hine naro, whose mind is always controlled. Yoga isn't a word in te reo Māori. I was looking it up and I was like, that ain't a word. Ka noho tonu ia I tangata tana that was, I said tangata instead of tana, bro. Brain just ain't braining. Tana wakaaro remains always steady I te wairua wakatupuranga in his meditation on the transcendental self. So I will begin closing up the class now. First, I'll read the translation in te reo, then Sanskrit, then English, and then I'll say good night. Me te rama I te wāhi kore hau kaore I te waka whitiwhiti. Ka waka paukaha ana te tangata yoga, te whai tikanga I tāna hine naro, ka noho tunu ia I tāna wakaaro I te wairua wakatupuranga. Yata dīpo nivāta-stho, neṅgate sopamā smṛtā, yogino yata-cittasya yuñjato yogam ātmanaḥ. As a lamp in a windless place does not waver, so the transcendentalist whose mind is controlled remains always steady in his meditation on the transcendental self. Alright guys, I will begin closing up the class now. Yes. Geez, I didn't realize how bad the angle was. Yeah, so good night. Puram Vijayate, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, total victory of Hare Krishna. I hope you guys have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and I will see you